Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. Today I wanted to do another video on a not so well-known Jiu-Jitsu athlete, a good friend of mine that I used to train with back in Atlanta. So today I'm going to be talking about my friend Pedro Torres. So just a few of his accomplishments before I get started. He's won Europeans, he's won Worlds and the World Pro, all at lower belts. He's from Puerto Rico but lives in Orlando, and he's currently a black belt under Bruno Malfacine and Fabio Gurgel. So let's get started. Um, so Pedro, I met Pedro back in I believe like 2009, maybe the beginning of 2010, and I didn't really know what to think of him. I believe he just got his purple belt, so I didn't really know too much about him. And then I ended up going down to compete in Orlando during one of the first World Pro Trials back in, man, this might have been 2009. Back in 2009. Um, this is back in the dark ages when they put the purples and the brown belts and the black belts all together. So it was really rough back in those days. It was rough. It's still rough now, but back in those days it was pretty rough. You had to beat I think I had to do, you had to qualify in the purple belt division. So you had to place in the purple belt division. And then you went up into the mixed division of the purple, brown, and black belt in order to get the ticket to do the World Pro tournament. So unfortunately, I had to step down to my friend Ian back then. But Pedro, man, I didn't really know what to think of Pedro. He's purple belt at the time too, so I didn't really know him that well. But man, he just turned it on. He turned it on. He fought some black belt, man. He just dismantled that guy. And I'll never forget that match. Just because I didn't really know what to expect from Pedro, but man, he went there and he was like an animal. So that was kind of my first impression of Pedro. So he ended up winning that match and going to World Pro. I don't know if he won that year. I do believe he won the World Pro at one belt, but he definitely won the trials. So he beat a few black belts that day. And since then, from there on, Pedro he moved to Atlanta, so the Alliance headquarters, where he just trained full time, every day. I believe twice a day. He also taught some classes too, so he covered like a lot of the fundamental classes while he was there. So Pedro just trained really hard and competed a lot. And then the results showed he ended up winning. The Europeans. He went on to do really well in the worlds at purple. I don't know if he won the worlds at purple, but I think he got second place. And then of course the World Pro, and Pedro, he's not well known, but he's fought and beaten some of the best guys. I know he's fought my other friend Isaac before, Isaac Doderline from Cobrinhas. He's had a lot of matches with Gianni Grippo. He's had some matches with Chris Byzantine, who another guy I want to do some videos on. And he fought, who else did he fight? He fought Paulo Miyao. And so I remember one year, I don't know if it was the same year that he won the World Pro Trials in Orlando, but he ended up he ended up buying a ticket maybe the next year, and so he bought a ticket to go to Abu Dhabi and to fight. And I think he ended up going to the finals with Paulo Miyao, and he ended up losing it like a decision. So, man, it was a very close call. I believe, at the time we all thought Pedro won. So that just shows you just how skilled he was to be able to fight, like Paulo Miyao. I believe it was Paulo. To be able to hang with a Miyao brother back then when they were on the rise, that just shows how good Pedro is and was at the time. And I believe at Worlds he fought Gianni, and they had some really good battles. I think a few videos are up on YouTube. Maybe I can link to them in the description. But they had some just killer battles, you know. And Pedro was just, he is just a dedicated athlete. You know, he trained really hard, competed really hard, and I've never seen someone, you know, just be so focused when competing, you know. Like he's one of those guys don't even don't talk to him when he's competing or you know, he's in the bullpen. He's just super focused. So you have to just give him his space, let him do what he's gonna do. So just amazing athlete to watch. His style is very relaxed. You know, last time I saw him compete, he was, you know, he's very smooth, very relaxed, very calm. And my friend John has likened him to Albert Einstein mixed with the Pedro from what's the movie? Uh, it's not coming to me. You know, vote for Pedro. What was the movie? I can't think of the name for some reason. You know, with the redheaded guy. Uh, it's not coming to me. But he's just a cool guy. Again, his style's just very cool, very calm, very relaxed, and he's able to flow out of a lot of positions. You know, just being relaxed and calm, and you know, had very good back defense, and man, just very flexible. And eventually Pedro moved from Alliance Atlanta back down to Orlando, where he taught under Bruno Malfacine, and he got his black belt under Bruno and Fabio Gurgel. And then from there, I know for a little while, he attempted to open up a school in Puerto Rico, his home, uh, his home in Puerto Rico. But I think because of the economy, you know, it wasn't the right time to do that. So he ended up moving back to Orlando, where he is now currently, and he teaches at Nice BJJ in Orlando with his brother. And so I just kind of wanted to introduce you guys to Pedro. He's one of those figures that was, you know, a rising star in jiu-jitsu that you don't really hear a lot about these guys like Pedro. So I just wanted to bring some light on him and, you know, just show that he, you know, was very skilled instructor, very skilled competitor, and he's actually going to be coming up to Sweden to come visit and train with us for a bit. So really happy to have him. So if you guys would like to see more videos like this, or you have like some athletes that maybe never got like a lot of spotlight before, leave their name in my comment section, and maybe I'll get to them, and maybe I'll be able to do a cool video on them. So again, guys, please like this video and subscribe. Until the next video, ciao.